So basically, in fact, I've been associated with Lemon Ideas since the last 1 year. Last year also, we had a very fantastic session with all the startups, pitching in and becoming a part of your Innopreneurs session. And thanks for giving me the opportunity this year too, to be a part of this wonderful startup journey, where you are building, supporting, and taking these startups forward for their onward real world journey. So, I can just give you a little bit of a background from where I come from, what I do. So basically, I've been in UAE, especially Dubai, for the last 30 years, and majority of which 25 years were with banking, especially in the corporate banking side. And apart from that, I've been with real estate, finance, and FMCG industry also. And since this last 2 years, I've been continuously associated with the startups, wherein I've been mentoring startups, investing into startups, and supporting them for their growth and onwards journey, and also to assist with the go-to-market strategy for the UAE. So that's a short, brief profile on my personal this thing. And apart from that, we also do run a small theater. I'm a co-founder of one of the theaters out here in Dubai for the last 9 years. It's known as The Junction, and we are basically a community theater. It was a way of giving back to the community. So we were, in fact, the initiators of building up the theater culture in the UAE. And Dubai Opera is one of the leading theater run by the government. Junction is another leading theater run by third parties like us, along with my other two co-founders. So that's my background. And now, taking you all towards the journey of the UAE, like since I've been here for the last 30 years, and the way the whole ecosystem of the UAE has emerged, of course, you all would be fully, aware of where Dubai was 30 years back and where we are now today. In fact, we are one of the uh, top most countries where everybody wants to be a part of it. So earlier, Dubai started as a petroleum-based, UAE especially started as a petroleum-based economy, and whereas Dubai was not into petrol, they were into trading. Abu Dhabi was a petroleum-based economy, but over the years, in the last few years, they've turned around the entire thing, and now it's entirely the 90+% of the business comes from everything else other than petrol, especially for Dubai and all. So this is a fantastic place, and the scenario also, for business has been evolving continuously. Earlier, it was basically a traders market. In fact, anyone and everyone, from across the world used to come up, set up a shop over here, and they used to do the traditional business. But post 2000, after the real estate boom, until that time, there was no freehold properties in Dubai. You or me or any expat couldn't buy properties over here. But eventually, from 2000 onwards, the scenario changed. The founders of the country, they felt like they need to do something because in case they have to move forward, they have to think outside the box. So they started creating specific areas as freehold properties wherein people like you and me could invest into it. Initially, in fact, the idea uh, was very skeptically accepted by everybody, you know, because end of the day, this was a floating economy. People used to come here, work here for a few years, make money, go back. Nobody had literally thought of staying and settling over here. Like, if I tell you my story also, I came for 2 or 3 years, and today's 30 years. So that's been the story of most of the expats out here, who've been into the country. So, like, once this real estate investment started coming up, people started looking at Dubai as a place of investment, because anyway, it was a completely non-taxable 0% tax base. You earn, you take the entire money, and so then people found the idea of investing into the business also, uh, and they said that, okay, now what next? So basically, along with properties, they started opening up various other sectors into the business and the opportunity to be given to others. So then they started concentrating on the, apart from trading, they started concentrating on various others industry like technology based, which again started during the late 2000. Even those became prominent, so they started supporting those industries. After that, initially there were only few free zones, and which was like Jebel Ali free zone and few others, in Ras Al Khaimah, Umm Al Quwain, and all those. But now, if you see, there are plenty. In fact, to start with, every other place they have set up a free zone. So, in fact, this makes a life very easy for any business to come and set up. Initially, there was another issue was you need to have a local partner, but now you can have 100% ownership. So this was the basically the traditional business model, which slowly started opening up. And here we are in 2025, you name it, and all the businesses can be set up over here, right from cryptocurrency trading to gaming. And now in Russell Khema, in fact, they are opening up gaming and the other businesses which were initially never thought about in a very big way. And people are flocking into Russell Khema. In fact, one of the biggest, I think, hotel is coming up over here there in a free zone for gaming and related industry, gaming and betting, in fact, which was never heard of. So over the last few years, Dubai has definitely made a mark in the world. And now coming to basically startups and their journey into the UAE. So these were all the traditional form of business which was taken care of. Now the startups in the last few years, almost 5 years, I've been into the startup industry. And initially, startups never used to eye UAE as a part of a business area or an economy where they would want to set up a base or something. India was booming, various other countries were booming on the startup space. But in the last few years, Dubai, UAE as a whole has definitely made a big inroads into this particular segment. Especially with earlier there was a DIFC, and then there was Dubai SME, now ADGM, Abu Dhabi Global Markets. They are also very aggressive in setting up startups, bringing them to the country, supporting them, and accelerating their growth. So basically, this is an ideal space for any startup who want to come to the Middle East. You can take UAE as a launch pad. If you are Dubai as a launch pad, and if you are successful over here, definitely you can replicate your success across the Middle East, because here you have 200 plus nationalities residing in one particular place from across the globe. And you can definitely try out your services, your products, whatever you have to offer, or the technology. In fact, SaaS based companies have been making inroads in a big way. In fact, I've been supporting and mentoring few SaaS based companies who have been very successful in India, and now they have launched in the UAE, and they are tasting the success. So this is a fantastic place for anybody to scale outside the Indian region. And there are for venturing out into this UAE market, I would start with, what you have to do, where you have to do, and how you have to take it forward. So I've just jotted down few points which would be a bit helpful to the startups, who are looking for setting up a base over here. It starts with basically setting up your company. It can be, like I told, free zone company. It can be a limited liability company, or it can be a 100% ownership company uh, within Dubai or in any of the free zones. And the licenses process are pretty simple and easy. You can establish a company in one day. It's so simple. You can also have a branch office of your Indian or any other country, wherever you have your company. You can have a branch office also. But the way for the branch office is a bit time consuming, because you will have to get all those documents and everything attested. So the ideal way to start to set up something is a complete 100% setup on your own. So once you set up a company, opening up a bank account, again, that's another challenge, which now, thanks to all the digital banks which have come into the space, uh, like VO Bank, Neo Bank, and there are few, two or three other banks. These are digital space; they're not physical banks, but they support the startups and small SMEs to set up a account in the shortest of the time. But in case it's a big company from India or anywhere else, and they would want to have a physical account with the regular banks like Mashreq or the NBS or the Commercial Bank of Dubai or ENBDs, that wherein you require a relationship manager or you need to interact with people and everything. Yes, even that's possible. It would take a little time, but yes, that services are also being provided by many consultants, or maybe you can approach the bank and then take it forward from there. So once you've navigated the account opening, then the most important thing in UAE, or for that matter, anywhere in the world, if you are a startup or if you're a business owner, you start networking. Networking is very, very important, and in UAE, Dubai, especially, the culture is more or less like India, how we are very closely knitted. We believe in relationships and everything. So year two is the same process. Connect with like-minded people, connect with the various communities which are there to support and ensure that the startups uh, get the connectivity within the business space. So, in fact, there are few uh, like networking opportunities available. One is with Dubai SME, Abu Dhabi SME. There are various family offices also over here who support startups. And apart from that, you know, there are various VCs from across the world who have set up a base over here. In fact, earlier Singapore used to be the place for VCs to go and set up. But now, eventually, in the last few years, we've seen various VCs shifting, in fact, various VCs as well as family investment houses shifting their base from Singapore to Dubai, because this has become more opened up for businesses, and the documentation processes and everything is very simple and easy. So you have access to the best of the VCs out here. There is locally, if you see, uh, there is Islamic Investment, GI. They've been into the region for a pretty long time. Global Ventures are there. Shuruk is there. uh, there is Antler, Ignite, and in fact, on the F&B segment, there is a community of foodpreneurs. They what they do is basically startups who are into the F&B segment, and they are looking at support or being a part of that particular space, because everybody wouldn't be an expert in the F&B side. So they do support and help them, navigate this space. So these are the most important things. Once you've done networking, approach the you would want to raise a seed fund if you're a startup, and you're looking to have investors into your business. So uh, again, Dubai angel investors are there, Flat Six Laboratories are there, 500 Global, ODC Capital, and apart from that, there are various, these are just a few, I've just named it, but if you go Google and search it, there are, I think, more than 50 startup investment, you can call it clubs, or uh, family offices, or government supported ventures. So these are all available in Dubai for the startups, and they can take on the journey. And apart from that, in fact, now one good thing has happened over the years, uh, is like there are lots of this small cohorts which have started over here, who basically support the startup journey right from seed funding to scaling it up. And every other day there is something or the other happening into this particular space to take them forward. So basically this is Dubai and this is UAE for you. And there have been various successful ventures out from India who have come into the UAE. Like, and I've been associated with few, like Lenscard, Book My Show. Then there is Policy Bazaar, Urban Company, Car Dekho, Fresh to Home. These are all Indian startups who have made a very big dent into the UAE, and they're running successfully out here. So this is an open ground for anyone to come and thrive. Uh, Second is, the do's I told you, how you have to get into the whole thing. Uh, the don'ts is basically, for startups is due diligence is very important, especially if you're getting into this particular market. Do a thorough due diligence of the potential partners whom you would like to collaborate with, work with, because this is very, very important because you'll be spending lots of time, energy, money into all these things. So it is very important to see who you partner with. Second is cultural differences. Yes, understand the local culture, how the people operate. How, don't assume anything. It is more relationship driven, and people are very helpful through your connect or through the social platform. Also connect with them. People would definitely give you those opportunity to at least have a chat with them. Try it out. Third is don't neglect the regulatory compliances over here. One thing is very, very important because if you overlook something, things are not declared professionally, wherein it has to be reflected and all. The penalties are quite stiff and high. So this is one area you have to look into it. Earlier, until 2024, this was a non-taxable zero tax place. But now, since 1 year, they have incorporated tax of 9% for corporates, which is again the lowest in the world. And that too, the taxation would be applicable only if your revenue uh, is above $100,000. So this is one thing which has to be kept in mind. But startups, it would take a little time for them to reach that particular space. So this is a fantastic place to start with. And don't overlook support. Seek mentorship. People who've been in the region for a long time, especially if you're in a particular industry and you would want to seek any support, guidance, just reach out to all those people within the segment. And then, you know, you can, I think, start your wonderful journey in the UAE. So I think, is there any questions or anything? So this is, from my side. I would be happy to answer questions, which any of the panelists or, viewers would want to know further.
You for an interesting session, Nasir sir. Question, maybe I can Google it, but maybe since we are talking to you, what
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
is the what would be the percentage of people in Dubai, in UAE, would speak would be very comfortable with English? In India, for example, less than 12% as per the last census speak English, or understand English very well. What is it like in the UAE?
In the you'll be surprised. In fact, if I tell you that almost 80 to 90% of the population would be speaking English.
Wow.
Can you imagine that? And in fact,
Hindi as well.
to give you another side, in fact,
Hi-
if you don't know English also, and if you are
Hindi will do.
interacting, if you talk in Hindi, you know, or Urdu, I think that would be more than 50%, I can tell you very frankly.
Yeah, Hindi I've had experience with when I visited. I was really surprised to see when the Arabs understanding and talking Hindi. But
Yeah.
okay,
English
so
is
okay,
also very frequently spoken language.
let me paraphrase.
Hmm.
Amongst the blue collar and white collar workers, what would be the population of people who would be able to read long text in English and understand them well?
Among the blue collars, yes. So there it would be a little bit of challenge on the English side. But again, if you ask me, the blue collar employees, they very well speak Hindi. If they come from anywhere, say, and majority of the blue collar employees are from India, Bangladesh, Pakistan. So, and every other guy talks Hindi. So
Yeah,
that
but
is one good thing.
reading would be
Reading would
debatable.
be a reading would be debatable on the English side, but Hindi again should not be a problem in majority
Understood.
of the cases.
Can I
Yeah,
talk to you offline sometime, Nazirji? Is it possible to
anytime,
contact you?
anytime. In fact, I will ask Mr. Ashwin to share my contact details and everything, and we can always chat.
Very good, sir. We'll do that.
Sure,
Looking
sir,
forward.
we'll do that.
Yeah, hello. Hello.
Yeah.
This is Prashant Nasiri. I have lived in Dubai for almost 25 years.
Yes, Mr.
Uh,
Prasad. I think you sent the message now, right?
yes, I have put a question in the chat box.
Okay, let me
Personally to
go
you.
through it.
Personally to you.
Okay. It, tell me, Mr. Prashant.
Yeah, when I was there now, I had made a number of attempts to set up a
Uh-huh.
vermicomposting plant in Dubai, but
Okay.
somehow that time
Uh-huh.
support, etc., was not available. And now we have a
Mm-hmm.
couple of projects like we can do in there. One is basically production of biofertilizers, and the second is a method of afforestation of desert with minimum quantity of water. So we have some
Mm-hmm.
techniques for such a large scale
Project.
afforestation. Yeah. So
Okay.
how can I get some help in these projects?
Yeah. So, Mr. Prashant, first thing first, have you tested this technology in India? And is it
Yes,
working somewhere?
yes,
Oh, so you're already doing it in India?
yes.
Which place?
In Rajasthan.
Oh, Rajasthan, you're already
Hmm.
this vermicompost
Vermicompost
technology.
is
It.
being done extensively in India. That's not a problem. Vermicompost, basically, see, in UAE, there are very large dairies that have almost
Mm-hmm.
6,000 cows, 4,000,
Yes.
6,000, that
Yes.
much,
Yes.
a land dairy and all that. So,
Yeah.
actually, my intention was basically to collaborate with them and take the raw material and uh, produce uh, biofertilizers and vermicompost. But somehow, the things did not work out because people were not probably aware of vermicompost and they were not really attracted towards it. But now vermicompost is a very well established product which is exported from India like anything.
True. So
So,
in fact, yeah. Sorry. Go ahead, Mr. Prashant.
this is a very a project relating to sustainability, and in Dubai they give a lot of the government at least supports sustainability in a big way.
Yeah,
So
that is
I
true.
was there almost 10 years ago. So that time all this startup ecosystem was not well established.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, uh, can there be uh, better support if we take back these projects again to Dubai?
Why not? In fact, Mr. Prashant, let me tell you that in the last few years, things have really taken a change for good. Like you tried it 10 years back, maybe it was too early, you know,
Yeah,
for something like that. But now, if you may ask me, in fact, it is definitely a doable thing. And sustainability, like you said, yes, is again the topest priority of UAE and the net zero goal of 2050. which is, like every country has signed for it, to ensure that at least, from 2050 onwards, this are net zero. So Dubai and UAE is very much ahead in the game, and they are supporting sustainability companies in a big way. In fact, I'm also associated with one of the sustainability companies from Jharkhand in India, and we have been making very good inroads into the government and the private space. It's a technology based company on a blockchain, basically.
Right.
But we have been interacting with lots of, and they are really doing wonderful things over here. And in fact, what I would do is that, in fact, I will also link you to a very good friend of mine who's running a sustainability club. In fact, there are more than
Right.
3,000 plus members. And these are all PhD, majority of them are PhD doctorates in the sustainability space and all. And they come from F&B background, they come from, biotechnology, and various other spaces. In fact, there are few from the real estate segment also. And now you must be knowing that real estate is one of the most polluting
Hmm.
industry for the economy. So in fact, they are also looking out at ways wherein if they are able to source sustainable materials, so at least
Yes.
they can lower their carbon footprint.
Right. Right.
So
Yeah, we have a lot
every
of fly ash based products nowadays.
uh-huh,
Fly ash based blocks and bricks and panels. So,
fantastic. So
so
you're also associated in this particular industry?
yes, yes. So,
Fantastic.
certainly I will contact you.
Yeah, no problem. So what I'll
Yeah.
do, I'll connect you to that particular group. And in fact, every fortnight they have a coffee meeting, in Dubai
Right.
as well as in Abu Dhabi. So just for networking purposes and everything. And these are wonderful
Good.
sessions.
I hope they're online because I'm in Nagpur
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah. Okay. No, perfectly fine. In fact, they do have online sessions also. The founder
Yeah.
of the club is a Norwegian
Right.
national, and he's an expat like you and me, but having a Norwegian nationality, and a wonderful human being. And the idea, in fact, is to support. Reach out to me. I can definitely connect you all to him. And then we can see how we can scale up out here and make your journey easy in the UAE.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hi,
You're
good
most
evening,
welcome.
Nazir. Hi, good
Good evening,
evening.
Mr. Ajit.
Yeah, Saurav here, founder of Physikia.
Yeah, good evening. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, hope you are doing also good. Yes.
Yeah, fine,
Uh,
thank you.
yeah,
Enjoying the Dubai weather.
yes. Our startup working in fresh flower sector.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh flower sector. Now in Dubai, house market because there is like traditional fresh cut flowers is just demanding, right? Like Mother's Day, Christmas, Valentine is there also important for flowers, fresh flower. So how's market over
Yes.
there, this Middle East country?
In fact, let me tell you something. Uh, Dubai and UAE, they have a special Dubai Flower Center. And in
Yes,
fact, every morning there is next to Dubai airport,
yes,
there is a special zone where fresh flowers from all over the world are imported every morning, which
correct.
comes to flight, and they
Yes,
are distributed across the UAE. It is a
yes,
huge industry. Now, I wouldn't have an personal experience in this particular space, but I'm aware of it because I had read a very big report, on
correct,
this
correct.
particular thing. So it is a huge industry.
Yeah, we are working on technology. We are right now. We are providing in Mumbai based right now startup. Mumbai
Mm-hmm.
based.
Oh,
So we are working on like worship flowers, garlands, and fresh flowers. Okay, as of now for India's base. So For is there Dubai? It's a मतलब Dubai multiple countries needed fresh flowers every day. Like B2B export market is a big market. $35 billion
Yes,
of US market, global base.
yes, yes,
Yes.
definitely.
So how to collaborate in Middle East country? What exactly?
In fact, see, I'll tell you the best way is to reach out people from your particular industry who are into this particular flower segment. Actually, I have not come across anyone, from this particular
Okay.
space. But recently,
Okay.
I had read an article on a startup, and in fact, this was a local Dubai-based startup uh,
Hmm.
who deliver fresh flowers
Okay.
every day to people's home, especially for puja
Correct.
and
Correct, sir.
related.
Yes. Yes. Same way
Yes. So,
we are doing also.
oh, okay, fantastic. So somebody over here
It's
has
a
also started the
subscription
same
base. Yes.
thing.
Yeah, subscriptions based, like 7 days, 15 days, 30 days, 3 months. It's a subscription with daily
Y-
puja, worship flowers and gardens.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because see, I have lots of friends over here, and earlier, what used to happen is that next to the mandir in Bardubai, there
Yeah,
were these flower shops, and plus there are some supermarkets like Shoitrams and Adil and other Indian supermarkets who are there, who
correct,
have a section where fresh flowers are sold. So people used to buy from there. But now,
correct.
of late, the demand has really increased, and this subscription-based services have started. In fact, within our community also, we have lots of
Because last time I was
mm,
visited in Abu Dhabi, Musaffa, right? So,
yeah,
right, Ajman Saja. Is there many people I talk with about worship flowers, Hindus people over there, my
yes,
permanent.
yeah,
Yeah, because it's a everyday need required, but not fulfilled at multiple times. Yes,
true. So yes, there is a demand now. Only challenge over here is the operational costs are quite high.
exactly.
So the challenge is, the licensing fees, the employee cost, the
Correct.
running cost, and
Logistics.
so now I wouldn't know what are your margins in the flower business, and this is a perishable commodity, so
Correct.
storage would again be a big challenge
Yes, yes.
because this would be cold storage and all. So
Correct.
so
Correct.
so so that you will have to do a little bit of research and study, but
Yes,
definitely if people are doing this business over here, yes, there is an opportunity, and
yes,
business is growing up
yes,
continuously, so why
yes,
not?
yes. Thank you.
Yeah. uh there's a question from Anushri. Yes, Anushri, if you
Hello.
are traveling to Dubai tomorrow.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Hello.
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 Hi.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
we can hear you.
Yes,
Yes,
yeah,
Anushri, go ahead.
nice to meet you. Thank you for such an informative webinar. Yeah, so I'm traveling to Dubai tomorrow. So I'm into food packaging and I'm focusing mainly on biomaterials. There's a growing trend in biomaterials for food packaging. So if you can connect me to that group, and there's also a materials bank which is now growing in Dubai, especially for sustainable materials. So I will be
Yes.
meeting them, but I think this group will also be very interesting to connect with.
Why not, Anushri? Just reach out to me. In fact, I will tell Mr. Ashwin to share my details and everything, my LinkedIn profile, and you all can connect. If you want, I can. Do- uh, if people are interested, you all can note down my mobile number. So at least you can send me a WhatsApp, and meanwhile, on the LinkedIn, you can just connect with me. The mobile number is 00 971
Yes.
50
Mhm.
525 9740.
Okay.
Hope you have got it.